Well, I'm officially a streamer now. I just finished my live stream for the guitar channel. Now we're going to live stream the tech channel. It's tough, man. It's tough. I worked today. I changed the oil on my car. And now we're streaming. It has been a long time since I did the last stream. Just playing a game. Last time I used the StreamYard, but the quality absolutely sucks. So let me know how you can hear me. If the sound is good, if the game sounds, the volume is okay. If it's dropping too many frames, too bad. Stuttering. I'm getting 60 FPS with my 5090 Real Engine 5 game. That seems to be pretty good these days. Standard. Let me check the settings because I was using frame generation with these settings. How's it going, Rodrigo? Let me know how you can hear me. Is the volume good? The game sounds good? The stuttering? Is the game stuttering badly? How is the stream? Is it smooth? I'm streaming on HDR, 1440p. HDR. We have the game maxed out. Let me see the settings. Let me check. So good, very quiet compared to the new game. To the game. Oh, my sound is quiet. Okay. Let me raise the volume. Maybe my voice is quiet. Okay. Well, let me know. The screen is frozen a lot, or maybe the settings are all messed up. Let me show 4080 or get the 5080 now to cover my suffering. Man, I would always say get the most expensive GPU you can afford. It's that simple. The most expensive GPU you can get, you're always gonna be happier with that. Is that what gamers should always do? Get the 50, you can get the 5080, go for it. That's it. Don't even think about it. Just bite the bullet. To fix it, you need SDR gamma emulation, black floor fix, processing cutoff needs to match SDR, equivalent brightness. No, but I am streaming on HDR. I'm streaming on HDR. Let me check so I have DLSS quality. HDR is on. And I just have to lower the post processing. A hybrid, by the way. I tried to use the remove chromatic aberration command on this game on the config file, and it didn't work. So I have to lower the post processing. My question is, when you lower the post processing to low, are you missing out? Is there anything you're missing, or is this post processing only for motion blur, depth of field, and chromatic aberration? So am I missing any fidelity by lowering this post-processing to low in general? I just wanted to remove the chromatic aberration. How is the volume now? Let me... I can lower the quality of the stream if it is freezing. Maybe the CPU is the issue. Now, if I get the 9800X3D, I can use the second PC for the streaming. I think I have the difficulty of the game maxed out. Let me see. Yeah, I have the combat. Well, I kept the rest default. So how's it going? Let me see. We got... How's my voice now? I increased the volume. or maybe let me remove, because with this the sound card that I have has an instrument setting and an air setting, so I was using both. I removed the instrument setting now, the bottom. It's a Focusrite interface. So in Unreal Engine, post-processing is also tied to bloom and ambient occlusion. So yes, quality is taking a hit when it is set to low. Try medium and see if chromatic aberration is disabled on medium. Maybe might help a little bit. So then ambient occlusion is suffering. Yeah, I think medium still has it removed. I tried that, but I don't know why it didn't work. Yeah, medium still has chromatic aberration removed. I don't see any difference on the... Oh, thanks for the membership, Ali Khan Ergul. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What's up, Iron Man? Your HDR to my settings looks pretty good on my TV. It's good to hear that. I actually had to increase the... Let me show you the... I had to increase the black floor a little bit because I was crushing a little bit. But just, I mean, just almost. So these are the settings I'm using now. I, reduced this number. I lowered a little bit to 0.13. The rest is the same. At the end, you have to tweak it on your own display because you never know. Depends on the calibration. So let me see if I see a difference on the ambient occlusion. I like how this game looks, by the way. I think it looks great. Very demanding. DLSS quality 5090 to get 60 FPS locked. Not. I mean, sometimes ambient occlusion quality is lowered, not disabled entirely. So some shadows might be noisier. It depends on how the depths adjusted the scalability. And how do I? So what do I do to remove chromatic aberration then, and keep the? Because I tried the command. I tried to modify the engine file, and it didn't work. Chromatic aberration was still there. So now, post-processing max out, I don't see any difference on the shadows or ambient occlusion. What do I look for to notice that difference? Because the shadows for me look the same. I don't see any reduction on the shadow quality or noise or anything. On this game, maybe in other games might be different. So I set this post-processing to low. Let me see. The thing is, these things are hard to see the difference. Before, how's it going? We got a lot of people in the chat. Then I have to do more of this. Do you play this game with Game Motion Plus? Yes, right now, because Game Motion Plus is perfect for me for the live streams. Because for the stream, I need 60 FPS instead of, VRR, because then it looks bad on the stream. So I'm using 60 FPS with VSync, and I'm using Game Motion Plus on the TV. So for me, it looks like 120, and I can stream at 60. Did you put the commands under the correct header when disabling chromatic aberration? Well, maybe I did it wrong. Can you drop a comment? Not here on the chat, in the description of the video. Not in the description, like in the comment section of the video with the correct command, so I can copy and paste it later. Because maybe I did it wrong, but it didn't work. Well, thank you very much for the super chat. Black floor lowering or SDR emulation is better. So SDR emulation works better for me when the game looks super washed out, especially when the black floor is not raised consistently. Like sometimes it's significantly more race. But when you see a game that has the black floor race exactly in the same number and it doesn't change no matter where you go, I think the best is to use black floor lowering, because you can crush exactly that instead of instead of doing too much. And the thing is with black floor, with SDR emulation, sometimes it looks too dark. So this game doesn't look bad. It has a black level race a little bit, but it doesn't look washed out badly. So if it's just a little bit of black level race, I just crush that a little bit. That's this game. I'm liking this game. So this is the beginning, not the beginning. I mean, this is the second area. So when you first get the truck and go to the second area on the map, this is it. So I've been playing for like maybe 2 hours. I like this game. The only thing that I didn't like so far was that I had to go through the same area with different enemies, and because I already cleaned that area, I didn't get any rewards, so it was not worth it. But I like that this game doesn't tell you where to go, what to do. You just have to figure it out. But the combat so far is very easy. I'm having a good time. Yeah, so let's see. See what we get here. So we have some enemies over here. The enemies move very strange. That's why it's a little bit challenging sometimes. The movement of the enemies are very weird. They always kind of disappear. See, they go fast. They do weird motion, weird animations. See, like that, for example. I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna die. One thing is when you kill the enemies one time and you respawn, you don't have to kill them again. It's not like Dark Souls. They always respawn. It usually uses around 840 needs peak in further areas, and black floor is set to 0.216. Does the trick for need to? Yeah. That's how it is. So yeah, let's see. I mean, I'm liking the game. Looks good. Very demanding though. Very demanding. Let me know if it's stuttering too much on it, and then I will lower the bitrate next time. Yeah, we have parries, which I always like. See, the enemy is weird, so for me it's hard to get the timing for the parries. We have a similar mechanic to Rise of the Ronin, no, to Neo, where you can, after you hit the enemy, you can recover some health by pressing the R button. I'm not trying to just getting the timing for the kills. I always do that before I start playing. Before I start
the dosage must be
trying
off.
to advance.
Okay.
Yeah, this game, the combat so far, like I have not faced any boss battles that were difficult or anything like that. It's just puzzles and a little bit of exploration. Linear. Very linear game. Let me get good. When is your game hybrid if you're still in the chat? when is your game releasing? Yeah, you can just hold the block button, but I think to parry you have to wait and then time the parry. It seems like there's something extreme over there. Maybe a boss battle. There's no jump button in this game, so I don't think I can go through that anyway. Maybe there's a way over here. So, I mean, I'm a little bit out of the loop. I saw the video from FOMO and Brian about the G5. I was starting my guitar live stream, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But apparently LG lowered the brightness of the G5 unintentionally because they used the same LG B5 firmware on the G5 or something like that. The settings got mixed, so it lowered the brightness unintentionally. They're gonna fix that. So yeah, this game is about reading all these messages to know what's going on in the world. 5090 looks amazing. I use different weapon and drone abilities too. I like this weapon, how it looks, but I only have like 2 axes aside from this weapon and nothing else. So you see, the game design looks open sometimes, but it's very close. Like it's not like a Starfield that anything you see you can go there. For example, you see that, you can go there. Maybe not. This game is not open like that. So it's linear. So this game is giving me like PlayStation 3 vibes, like a old game vibes. Linear but memorable, I think. Not like hand holding, go here and there. My G4 is trying to install WebOS 25. No way I'm doing it. Why is that? Is that bad? The latest? The new enemy. Whoa. This is like a sniper. See, I did well coming up here because otherwise he was gonna snipe. He was gonna try to snipe. I like to, when I get a new enemy, try to let it attack so I can figure out its movements. G5 fiasco. You don't trust LG? I don't think we should trust any of these companies. The S90F runs cycles around the C5. I'm sure that it holds its own against the G5. I mean brightness, no. The G5 is the brightest TV, but color. I will get the S90F or the G5 any day. Color and screen uniformity and color brightness wins me over. The G5 is 1200 nits of color, I think. Like 1,000 nits of color. Color here is. Yes, that's what I was saying, that this mechanic that you press RB, it's like Neo. I like that mechanic. See, I don't have an issue when games copy good mechanics. I'm okay with that. I I sent a file with chromatic aberration disabled set up properly. Should work for all games. You can also open it to see how you do it. Okay, let me do that because I think that's an important. Oh, the thing is, I have my email on the phone, and the phone I'm using it for now for the camera. Oh, let me see if I can open the. If I can open the. Thing is, we open this in the other screen, so it doesn't get. Oh, he got all messed up. Well, I don't want stream to crash now with this thing. Well, yeah, it's gonna. I don't want it to crash. Let's leave it. Let's leave it for after I finish this thing. So you're streaming. You have everything set up. You start messing around. You're gonna get a crash. I saw a C5 and S90F when I was at Micro Center the other day. Yeah, the S90F is far better to the S90D. It's like an improved S95C. It was a good improvement. The S90D over the S90C was no improvement other than the calibration. Well, this game has no jump button. That's a mess. Yeah, they did it so you cannot go off limits. Let's see if I'm dropping frames on the game. Why is the frame rate dropping? Maybe because the PC is kind of messed up still with it now. Yeah, streaming and gaming at the same time uses a lot of resources. Yeah. So let's see if I can build the second PC so I can stream and do benchmarks and all of that without dropping frames. So Hybrid is an expert tweaking anti-aliasing settings. Maybe I'm gonna put together a lot of information that Hybrid has sent me to my email with very good tweakings for Unreal Engine and many things that you can do to improve these games, and make a video about it, or maybe a live stream with him when he has a chance. I think it would be good because he knows how to do all that stuff, how to tweak the anti-aliasing and all that. So one thing I like to do on this game is go to where I am not supposed to go instead of going straight to what's obviously the way to progress, which is going to that town over there. So I like to go around to see what's going on. Maybe do the secondary objective. So I'm dropping frames. I think it's the CPU. See, it's dropping below 60. Maybe the CPU because of the stream. 56 frames per second. Yeah, streaming and playing the game is very demanding. Okay. Yeah, FSR4 is still new. Say this is too empty. The enemies are weak. Very strange. game looks good. Unreal Engine doesn't look bad, man. It's just the performance sometimes. But this looks good. I have no complaints with how it looks. The reflections, which are usually no, reflections sometimes they are so noisy. In this case, it's not perfect, but these reflections are beautiful. They are detailed. These are detailed reflections. It doesn't look bad at all. So I'm playing at 60 FPS, but my TV is using Game Motion Plus. So really, what I see is 120 FPS. It's like, you know, frame generation on the TV. This setup is perfect for the stream because the stream I need 60 FPS with VSync, so it looks okay. So a 5090 driver overhead is big. Do you think it's a 5090 issue that is maxing out the CPU? Nvidia sometimes had that issue with the CPU. Look, what is this thing? Is this a new one? See what it does. It looks like a butterfly. What is this? You can cut through Lumen noise and reflections easily by adjusting the smooth bias of it. I always set it to 0.85. It's much lower by default. So you increase so you fix the noisy reflections by doing but Lumen is very demanding. You increase if you increase it's gonna be, yeah, I'm dropping frames big time. In a CPU, the 59 and 76. It is definitely a CPU. I think I cannot recall. So a mic is quiet. Increase the gain of the mic. Let me know if it's not clipping now. So I have the mic over here. This is a very good mic. The guitar is sounding great with this. Actually, when I do the guitar streams, I am very far away from the microphone, and it sounds very loud. Lumen reflections usually only cost 7% additional performance for me in some games. Lumen GI is what is really expensive. So the reflections are not that demanding. Well, I don't know why in some games the reflections are so noisy then. This one is not that bad. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, now that I'm staring at the reflections, it's not the best. So if I can increase that. So, but where do you change that to 0.85? To 0.85? Is that on the engine.ini file, the same file that you use to remove chromatic aberration? Let me see if I can. I don't think I can get more health. What is this green thing? Green, red thing? Is that normal or is that the GPU artifacting? Oh, there's a save here. I like a lot the saving system of this game. It's like a bonfire, but you don't have to stop playing. Just hit save and that's it. What is that green thing? I hope that's on the game. It's not my 5090 artifacting with a driver issue. Engine.ini, most developers don't expose it, sadly. On this one, I saw it on this one. This one does have the engine.ini. Now, when I compared the Game Motion Plus with NVIDIA frame generation, sometimes when I look through this door right here, sometimes the TV does a better job and it has less artifacts than NVIDIA frame generation, which is crazy. Definitely on the menu, when I do this on the menu with NVIDIA, up and down, this looks terrible. With my TV, it's like perfect. Like no problem whatsoever. Like I see 0 artifacts right now when going up and down in the menu. With NVIDIA frame generation, this is terrible. You can clearly see wobbling on the highlighted text. See what it says here. The town of Jova welcome you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to learn this enemy here, because if I die, I can respawn right there. So I'm not. It's better to get good here instead of. Get some parries. Am I supposed to parry this or? I was using the wrong button. That frame gen from the TV is crazy. I'm telling you, like, I think my biggest disappointment with NVIDIA has been frame generation, because I was expecting it to be way better than the TV in every single case, in every single way, because there's no way Samsung with a crappy, chip for the TV can do a better job than an NVIDIA GPU. That should never be the case. And man, let me tell you, sometimes NVIDIA frame generation works well. Like Indiana Jones, I think is perfect. I mean, as good as I've seen it on Indiana Jones, it looks great. But in some games, it's actually bad. Now, is this green and I'm concerned about this. If it's a normal of the game or if it's my GPU artifacting. And NVPIR, I tend to activate the smoothness setting to reduce frame generation itching. Makes it better for me. So the NVIDIA Inspector profile revamp that you created, you're activating the smoothness setting. What do you mean activating the smoothness setting? NVIDIA smooth motion? The smooth frames? But that is like the global frame generation. Why would that make a difference? I don't know what you're talking about. So that is not so that's not normal for the game? Is that like, are you serious? Like these green flashes and weird things that I'm seeing, that's not normal? This is not normal for the game? Let's see, that green thing that's not supposed to happen? If it was GPU artifact, it wouldn't be showing up on stream. Oh, you think? Well, no. If that's the case, then I'm just read online and it is not normal. See these green things? Why is that happening? Green, yellow. What's going on with my game? So I'm using 4K DLSS quality. See, that doesn't look good. Green, red, it's all messed up. That looks terrible, man. That cannot be normal, man. Lowering shadows, you think is gonna fix that? Okay, well, let me lower the shadows then. That's crazy, man. Like, we cannot play a game without something going. It's getting worse too. Okay. It's calling for a restart. The thing is, if I restart the game, the streaming is gonna be done. I thought it was an artistic intent. Why? So what is happening then? Is that the GPU drivers? I saw there was a new driver, but I didn't want to install it because then I would be getting a lot of compilation stutters and all of that. Don't know, but user have mentioned it. Well, that is not good. I thought this game was okay technically then. But is it a 5090 issue or Nvidia issue or just the game problem? There's an Unreal Engine 5 bug on certain GPU drivers. Deleting shader cache or changing driver version can help. Oh, well, there you go. Well, I'm gonna have to use the DDU and then try to install the new one. Crazy. How hard is to play a game without any problem? You spend all this money and then you still have to suffer. You cannot play a game normally without stuttering, chromatic aberration, modifying the config file, reinstalling drivers. Game issue, bunch of people stated to lower shadows from ultra to high. Not sure if it works. Well, I did. Let's see. To high. Let me see, because I think I still have it on very high. Okay, so I'm gonna shadows to high. Let's see if we don't have any frame generation hitches because it randomly disables when it thinks a HUD or a cutscene is playing. The smoothness setting disables that feature for consistency. Frame times are smoother. So, but what is that a smoothness setting? Is that only on the NVIDIA Inspector profile revamp, or is it on the NVIDIA app? Oh, this is a tough one. I'm not gonna win that battle right now. Let's see what else we have here. Now the thing is, this game sometimes has, for example, these tough enemies right here. What are they protecting? I hope there's a treasure or something behind, because these are tough enemies right here. Let me use this one. See, these enemies are so weird, you don't even know what they're gonna do because you cannot see, you cannot understand what the animation is. It's so weird. It's like impossible to detect. So you can find it in the app? Okay. Okay, I'll check that setting. I mean, some things have changed, I haven't. Does disabling Lumen, lowering lower illumination fix the lighting? Well, after changing the shadows to high, I don't see the issue anymore. It hasn't happened again. So far, maybe not the fact that I lower the shadows, but the fact that I change setting. So maybe let me try to bring the shadows back to ultra and see if the issue comes back. See? Oh, the issue comes back. Look. See? I got the green artifacts again. Let me lower the shadows back to high. And see if we can see the green. No, see? It's fixed. What? Why? So the shadows in Ultra, they cause these green artifacts. That is crazy, man. Why would that happen? The VRAM difference is very small. So right now, 11.4. So increasing it to Ultra, 11.6. I mean, like 200 megabytes. But now, see, we see the green artifacts. Look, green artifacts everywhere. All these weird artifacts happening. Now I'm gonna lower it again. Let me lower it to very high. See if it happens. With very high. So what do you want me to try? The shadows? I'm doing it. Oh, disabling Lumen. Ah, you want me to lower the global illumination? See, shadows on Ultra, they are causing that issue consistently. Like, I'm gonna increase it now. Shadows on Ultra, and I'm getting the green artifacts. See, I'm getting all these weird artifacts. So now what do you want me to do? Lower the lighting? Lowering global illumination. But that's not the issue. Like right now with the shadows and very high, I don't have that issue. I don't have any more issues. So the FPS is low. It's set to 60 for the stream. The way I'm playing this game actually is without VRR. I'm using frame generation with the same settings that I'm using right now. And I was getting 144 locked. Global illumination low doesn't disable Lumen GI in most games. Only via the config file can you. So, but when you disable global illumination, it looks terrible, right? Like there's no fallback, or doesn't Real Engine have like a fallback? See, these enemies are so fast and so unpredictable. I don't understand what they're doing. Laughing. That's fun. Yeah, it's not easy. So there is a fallback, but it needs manually added. They hide the option from you, they probably didn't make one. Those enemies are terrible. I need more background on this title. And my mods, where I disable Lumen, I retone map the game to make it look less flat with Lumen off, which helps a bit. Like tone mapping, you mean the colors? Or do you add the shadows yourself? We have to become experts to play these games. It's crazy. Imagine me playing the game with those green lights going crazy, thinking that that is normal. So I think that's the way to go. Use the helicopter to distract the enemy while I kill this guy. I have to run. Yeah, what I don't like about these enemies is that I don't understand them. I don't understand them all. I'm playing at lock 60 because of the stick. But I'm seeing 120 FPS because my TV has frame generation. I'm using Samsung Game Motion Plus. So I have frame generation built on my TV. Which looks very good. I think it might look even better than the Nvidia frame generation sometimes. But it still has artifacts, of course. I sometimes prefer it because I hate all the visual artifacts and grain Lumen GI adds to my screen. Depends on the game. Yeah, man, this Unreal Engine, you know, global illumination and all this stuff is supposed to look photorealistic. You know, when you look at the tech demos and all of that, but at the end, when you actually play the game, they are so noisy. And I think the biggest problem with all this technology is that the defects are hidden on YouTube. So when you're looking at a trailer or a showcase, you cannot see the problem. You don't see any issue. Now, when you play the game on your own monitor in front of you, you're like, why is this so noisy? Now, again, this game, I think it looks good. Like, these reflections are not distracting. They are not perfect. They are not mirror-like. There might be some software ray tracing or something, but this is not ray tracing or anything. You see how some of the reflections disappear, not all of them. But at least they are not so ugly that they are distracting. So download the Optimax performance mod, then go to the bonus mod folder, add the traditional graphics settings. This will help with that 03. For us, it looks so clean. But it's in the background. Yeah, I think this is a good game. So far, I have been enjoying it. The combat is not hard, but the enemies are so weird. The enemies move so weird. So Lumen reflections are software RT and screen space to improve performance. Yeah, you can see that some of the stuff disappear, but not everything. So some of it is ray trace, and I think that's not a terrible compromise. So for example, here this tree right here, when I do this, I can no longer see the detail of the tree on the water, but I can see a shadow of it. So it is not very distracting when you do this back and forth. I think it's a good compromise to improve performance in this case. But we also have this fog, which is, you know, is also masking that issue, no? But it's okay. I mean, it is in this game. I think they did a good job in not making it so distracting. And especially, see, the thing that is really super annoying for me is when I'm looking at all this grass and it is so pixelated. But in this case, it's okay. With DLSS 4, it looks okay. so it doesn't look super ugly. But of course 4K DLSS quality is doing a good job. But that's the problem I have sometimes with games, that they are full of vegetation that looks terrible or reflections that look terrible. Like Robocop, for example. That game, I tried it with a 5090 and it's still so noisy. So ugly. Weird that it's hard to time the parries because I don't know where they're Yeah, I have to put together all the stuff that Hybrid has sent me. He has sent me a lot of stuff. I've just been really playing the guitar lately. Busy playing the guitar. I have to do the sponsored videos to get the money. We need to buy the S95F with the sponsor money, I think. And some of the crowdfunding. The crowdfunding put $300. I need at least $1,500 to buy the S95F. But the thing is, if I get a 55-inch, I'm not going to be. It's hard to replace 65-inch. So I'm gonna have to get the 65-inch S95. Oh look, I got the artifacts again. Let me lower the shadows to high. It was set to very high. Let me lower them to high, see if it goes away. So maybe the issue happens when you... So the issue goes away not because of the shadows. Maybe it goes away when you make a graphic change. In a new area, then it happens again. This shouldn't be happening. By the time you get the money, a better Samsung TV. Yeah. And actually, someone told me, a very good source told me, wait, don't get the S95X. The next one is gonna be crazy, but he didn't say specifically the next one from Samsung. He said that if he tells me exactly what it is, he's gonna give away his source or something. So, but he told me don't get the S95F because something better, much better is coming. It's coming. Yeah, C1 is a beast. C1 is the legend. But yeah, I just wanted to get the S95F not because I need a new TV. I just wanted to remove the matte finish. That's it. Oh, hope you get your OLED soon. So you still don't have an OLED monitor. So what are you gonna get? A monitor or TV? You're gonna get an LG. Or you're gonna get one of these QD OLED. The new WRGB monitors are gonna be good, especially that one that's like 720 Hertz. So the S25 Ultra, I return it. I return it because the matte finish make the phone look green. The screen looks green on the S25 also. I didn't like that phone, man, because of that. Also, I didn't like the vessels were shiny. So when I was looking at something, those silver shiny vessels were. We get this guy a rifle. I don't know if we get a rifle later. Oh, is there friendly fire here or? No, there's no friendly fire. Getting the true black glossy Asus monitor. TFT Central showed it extremely close to LG's glossy cozy on their TVs. It's the best glossy monitor on the market. Great. I mean, is that the one? Is that 540 hertz? What are the specs of that one? Play most games on monitor. I do have the 5K, 2K ultra wide. Awesome. There's a 5K monitor. There's a 5K monitor coming. I think there's a 27 inch. I mean, I don't get it why Samsung is so focused on the smallest monitor with the highest resolution to have that PPI. I don't really buy into the pixel density thing. For me, the bigger the better. So 27 inch, 1440p, 540 hertz, 720p, 720 hertz. So, but I think they corrected the specs and they set 720p at 720 hertz at 1080p. Initially they said 720p, but then I think that they corrected that. I'm not sure, but I saw that commentary somewhere. But 540 hertz is so fast already, man. That's gonna be incredible. Incredible motion clarity. 360 is already amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can only imagine 720 hertz. That's going to be a dream, man. How's it going, George? We're live, we're playing Hell Is Us. And really, hell is the artifacts that I've been getting here. You know, suddenly the game started to flash green, orange, and I'm like, is this an artistic decision? It looks kind of weird. And then I lower the shadows and it fixed the problem. So you have to lower the shadows in the game to fix the green stuff. See, these enemies are so weird. Perfect parry. I have no idea how I perfect parry that. That's like it. That seems to be a boss. Look, it's like a I like the game. The enemies are so strange. I think these enemies are unique. They are not humanoids. They are like spirit robots or something. I got a haircut. That means we have a sponsored video coming soon, for sure. Man, I hope the 9800X 3D comes, and it was not someone, you know, give me false hopes. Optimum Text said once you hit 500 hertz, motion is so smooth it feels like lifelike. It's bigger difference than it seems. It's not lifelike though. It's amazing. And at 27 inch, the thing is, see, the thing with a screen size is that it moves less in your field of view. So, and also 1440p when you're moving, with 500 hertz, when you're open the UFO test, it's gonna look almost perfect. So yeah, I mean, but it can be better. Like, it can be better. Like, if you get you can clearly see the difference between 500 and 1000. You'll be able to see the difference. Now, the thing is, will you increase the graphics? So let's say you can get 1000 frames per second, which is like, it's not gonna happen, but let's say you can, right? You can always increase the resolution of the graphics, and then instead of 1000 get 500. And you can also keep increasing it and get 360. So I think most people are going to be like, okay, wow, 1000 looks amazing, but I also like graphics, so let me turn on ray tracing and let me increase this and that. So at the end, most people are going to end up playing at 240 plus. I think that's really the minimum. That's like 240 hertz, 240 FPS sample and hold on these OLEDs. That is where you start to see motion clarity. When you move the camera and it starts to look clear. Like, it depends on how fast you're panning the camera, but if you do this, 240 is perfect. You don't need more than that. Now the thing is, when you start doing this, you want motion clarity. Now you need 360 plus and 500. From 360 to 500, you will see the difference. But for mouse, especially to play first-person shooters with mouse, you are going to notice more than that, for sure. So yeah, we need kilohertz. Yeah. I think I see so many enemies here because this is an area that I'm not supposed to be. Need to parry this guy. There's an old lady wearing a church hat over there. Oh, I didn't see that. I was focused on the enemy. You have a KVM switch and a second GPU that will run the new AFMF3. This in 2 months, which will give me a free doubling images and games. I just understand it's to help with FPS. So you're gonna have it side by side for reference. It's hard enough to hit 120 at this point. Yeah, that's the reason why I make all these rants about ray tracing and all of that. I know it looks great. I know ray tracing looks good, and there's no denying it's a future. It's gonna happen. But the thing is, what these developers need to understand is that, yes, nice graphics, that's good, right? But for example, this game, do you think a game like this, which is linear, is supposed to be running this badly? Like, why? So the thing is, the best experience is not this one, where I'm with a 5090 DLSS quality at 4K, I'm getting 60 FPS. Okay, with drops, by the way. I'm getting drops. Now, maybe I'm getting drops because of the stream, because of the CPU, but still, I'm getting drops with my PC on this game. This is not GTA 6 or anything crazy. This is just another Unreal Engine game. So what these developers need to understand, Epic and all that, is that we need first performance, and then make it look as good as possible. So it's like, if to make the games look good, they have to run bad. That is like cheating. You know, that's not acceptable. So you should make the games run, all of them run exactly the same. So for me, in my opinion, every single game should run exactly the same. There should not be a need to analyze performance. Now we would only compare how good they look. So depending on the engine, on the developer's talent or the art design or whatever, some games are gonna look better than others, but they all have to run at a standard. There should be a standard. You cannot release a game on a console that's not running at 60 FPS, rock solid, no drops. And for many games, I would ask for 120. 120 locked, no drops, no frame generation, no heavy upscaling either. So that is possible. It's just a matter of changing the you know, what they're trying to do here. Just change it. I mean, so that's why I hammer so hard in ray tracing and all of that, because the thing is, I want to be able to get 360 FPS on my monitor, or you get your 500 Hertz, you want to be able to get 500 FPS. But with these games running like this, you cannot. So it's like, you cannot, not even with the 5090. And if the game looked photorealistic or absolutely perfect with no issues, then you might think, well, it's justified, right? But it is not justified when you see issues. Like you see popping here, for example. You see popping. You see those shadows popping? Popping everywhere. Look, popping. And then we have the artifacts with the flashing, you know, green flashings and a lot of weird things. To be a smart. The game uses a resolution atlas higher than what is perceived. I've managed to squeeze 62% performance out of it without degrading graphics, with some minor adjustments in my mod. So you're talking about this game, Hell is Us? You can probably use DLAA with the mod with higher frames than using DLSS quality without it. Well, that's great. So basically you can optimize the game better than the developers. Why? But let me ask you, Hybrid, do you think that you can do that because you are better than the developers that developed this game? Or why? Why do you think, so in your opinion, why? You can squeeze 62% performance out of a game. That is massive. Okay, that's more than a GPU upgrade. So how can you do that? And that's not default. How is that even possible? Yes, you might be reducing the fidelity, but why is that not even an option that you can use on the game to lower the fidelity for better performance? That's what I don't understand. It's like they do it on purpose. It's like Nvidia is like, no, that's running too fast. We need those games to be running like garbage, so people have to buy the new GPU. I think something like that is going on, man. It's not. I don't think it's incompetent. This game's running backwards on purpose. I think I'm struggling because I'm trying to pair it rather than See, I can just keep. See, that was not a parry. That was not a parry. That was me just holding the block button. So I'm struggling for some reason here. Trying to time the parry when I can just do this. Stock settings are overtuned to account for every scenario. So because publishers have laid off their game devs when abandoning their in-house engines when they're still useful, and developers keep their sub-optimum stock Unreal Engine settings. Hollow walkers are pale, faceless humanoids that often appear with distorted bodies, exaggerated limbs, or body-like torsos. Symbolically, they represent fractured emotions given physical form. I think these enemies, the difficult thing is that I don't see what they're doing. I don't know. I don't see what is hitting me. So that's why I'm losing, because I don't understand the motion. Because they have like so many particle effects that makes it hard to understand what they're gonna do. I don't know if that's an unnecessary difficulty. But yeah, I'm just not seeing what's happening. Basically, no one with engine experience works at these studios. They aren't forking the engine or delving in deep to Lumen. The correct type of developers for optimizing are all fired. But you mean fire because they don't have a budget or something? So how do they fire the best developers? That doesn't make any sense. Because they charge too much money? How's it going? I wanted to know, what do you think about NVIDIA Smooth Motion? I have found it to be really useful so far. Well, the NVIDIA frame generation that comes with the games sometimes is not good enough. Like in this game it works. I was using it on this game. But the thing is, for me, I don't have enough hertz. This TV is 144. So for 60 FPS or 72 FPS, NVIDIA Smooth Motion is not a better option for me than using Samsung Game Motion Plus. Because when I use frame generation or NVIDIA Smooth Motion, I am reducing the base frame rate. And it looks worse than Samsung Game Motion Plus in most cases. So for me it's better to use the TV for the interpolation, because I don't lose the base frame rate and it looks similar or better. So yeah, and Smooth Motion has the same FPS cost. So really entitled to play. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, man. I wanted to play that game, man, the performance is bad. It's so bad. Like, forever. And this game doesn't have like too many health. Let me see if I can get a health. No, it's not with this. They fired them because after they quit their own engine for Unreal Engine 5, the people who made their own engines are laid off because they think they are not needed anymore since they are using a public engine. Oh, I see what you're saying. But the people who develop in-house engine, they know more. That's why they were able to develop. But that is so dumb. Like they don't know that they are firing the best developers. It's like, I don't know, man. You know, when I was studying at university, I thought that I was thinking in another life I would have liked to just be a game developer because, you know, I like gaming, programming, all that stuff. I think it's something that I would be I'll be happy to do. But looking at the industry, it is so hard because gamers, they're gonna criticize you no matter what. And then it seems to be a very unstable job for some reason. I mean, if you are a game developer, you have to know a lot. So you are very well prepared. There's a lot of effort. And I don't know, man. I don't think the reward is there unless you are like a top tier developer. It seems to be like an elevator. I saw this somewhere else. So basically all that effort to kill the the enemies was for no reason. Oh no, there's a guy here. There's gonna be some dialogue over here. Can't deal with stutter. I don't care how good the game and graphics are, I will skip it. Optimization is bad, feels good. Support the games made by developers who care. That's interesting because my MSI OLED on Red Dead Redemption 2, the gameplay difference with smooth motion on and off is so that I always pick smooth motion. So the thing is the base frame rate. That's for me what. So I think Nvidia should try to make frame generation work with the second GPU official. Let me see what time it is so I don't go to bed too late today. Oh, it's already past 12. So yeah, I don't want to go too late to bed today, man, because then next day it's all messed up. So I'm gonna leave it there because this is just the dialogue here and stuff. I'll do more. Tomorrow I do have time, so tomorrow I will do the. I'll see if I can finish the sponsor video tomorrow, and then I'll do another stream tomorrow maybe, or another video. I don't really know what to make a video of. The hybrid video, I need to compile all the stuff he sent me over the email and try it, and that takes time. I don't know what next video I'm gonna do for the next video. I don't want to be throwing shade to Digital Foundry all the time. I don't like to throw shade to anyone really. But yeah, sometimes you have to. I mean, I was sincere, so every time I have something to say, I'm gonna say it. But I don't like it, I don't like to talk bad about anyone. But yeah, let's see what we do next. How does the Samsung Gaming Motion compare to OLED Motion Pro? Does it work the same way? No. OLED Motion Pro is way better. The problem is that OLED Motion Pro at 60 flickers a little bit. Depends on the person, no? Maybe you like it and it doesn't flicker a lot for you, but it is it's unusable for many people. It looks way better. It looks more clear than Samsung Game Motion Plus. It looks better than 120, which is what Samsung Emotion Plus is, and it has no artifacts. The problem is the flickering. Now at 100 and 120, it's not even close. It's much better than any TV we have on the market. There's no TV on the market that looks more clear in motion. No TV. So we need a 360 hertz TV to beat All-in-Motion Pro High with a C1 in motion. And it doesn't flicker for me at all. So it's just amazing. If the G5 had the same flickering technology as the C1, I would buy the G5. Don't care about anything else. Don't care. It's just a no-brainer. Because the G5 is so much brighter. With that feature, it will be perfect. Absolutely perfect. It will be amazing. And it could be way better than the C1. With better motion too. They could implement it and have much better clarity. I mean, I'm sure the Digital Foundry, they are cool people, man. I'm sure I would get along well with them even when I disagree. But I would definitely hammer them. How are you gonna tell me you like motion blur? That doesn't make any sense. How can you like CRTs and motion blur at the same time? Let that make sense. It's like two opposite things. So sometimes they say some things that just don't make any sense. And I don't know, man. The ray tracing push is just too much, man. I get it. It's ray tracing is the future, and you like it, but it doesn't make any sense on a console. A missing key feature. Key feature. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. So let's leave it there, man. I'll do another stream tomorrow. Last time I played this game was like 5 days ago, so I'm kind of rusty, but I'll try to advance next time. But I like this setup because I have the chat on the screen where I'm playing the game. And yeah, how was the stream? How was the quality? Did we get a lot of stutter when panning the camera? How was the quality of the stream? The audio of the game, my audio. Let me know so I can tweak the settings so we get a smoother stream next time. But yeah, let's leave it there, man. Let me know your thoughts and opinions if you have any questions, and until the next one, I'll see what I can do tomorrow. Take care. Peace.